Hey guys, it's Elisa from the Art Occultist. I'm so happy to have you here on the channel with me today. Today we are going to do another channeled message from the great Titaness Hekate. And for today's reading, I'm going to be using this deck, the Urban Crow Oracle by Hay House Mass Market. And as the tarot deck, the standard Centennial Rider-Waite Smith. You're all familiar with this deck. I love it. And to be quite honest, I have a coffee. It's a good day today. Also, I'm having so much fun on TikTok. It's just a very whimsical and creative outlet for me right now. So if you want, if you're on TikTok yourself, go check me out, the Art Occultist, across all platforms. So yeah, I'm having a blast on there. So let's get back to our video actually for the YouTube crowd. And I have my little magical book with me and with my most used spreads. And I don't know what I want to do today actually. I think that I want to try my new spread for the dark moon and actually test it out, see how it performs, and yeah, let's give it a try. So we are doing a new spread for the channel for this reading, and lately I've been doing this here for this section of the channel for our collective readings. I've been test driving different spreads that I have created, so it's a good thing to try new things, don't you think? I think it's a great thing to try new things. Anyway, we are back with this filming arrangement just to switch things up a little bit, and yeah. Okay, I have my candles and offerings going on the altar already, so the only thing left is to concentrate, ground, and center myself. Okay. Hekate, 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 please step forward and share your wisdom, guidance, and knowledge with all of us here today. So, Hekate, what is the theme that you wish us to explore for this reading? Oh, we have Rat. This is a very intense energy, guys. Rat, being angry, being wrathful, and expressing that emotion in a healthy way. And to be quite honest, living in our modern world in this century, it's not been easy, let me tell you that, but you already know that. And there are so many things I see online on a daily basis that make me angry. And I know that I'm not the only one experiencing this. So I think that this theme around wrath and anger is on point for our political landscape, for a lot of things that we see are happening in the world right now. And Hekate is addressing that today. I think she's trying to tell us that it's healthy to experience anger, and especially if it's righteous anger, and it's healthy to let it out, because if we let it sit within us, if we don't say anything, it's going to start eating us from the inside out, and we will become those bitter old people that are always grumpy, and unhappy with the world. And we don't want that. Even if the world is a effed up place, we should know how to manage that anger, those negative emotions, how to express them in a healthy and a productive manner. I think that that's what Hekate wants us to explore today. So let's shuffle our tarot deck and let's expand on this message, shall we? Okay. Hekate, please expand on this message so that we can explore it further. Okay, I feel called to cutting the deck in 3 piles and using the middle one. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 6 cards and we will see how things go from here. So let me just arrange everything. I cannot read if it's not pleasant to my eyes. It's just a quirk of mine. So the first card is going to address the challenges that may arise around expressing our anger and our wrath. And here we have the 3 of Swords. It is difficult to think clearly and express yourself when you are in the midst of an angry episode. So this is the challenge, to learn how to communicate that anger and that hurt and that emotions within your heart. The challenge here may arise once we try to express it. And the challenge lies in expressing it in a way that doesn't come off as an attack towards people, but as a commentary, maybe. And we should proceed with being rational and logical when we express those emotions. And this is a challenging thing to do as a human who is angry and who is hurt from the things that happen around them as an individual. So this is the challenging part. The next card is going to speak about what we should focus on. The Moon card. The Moon card is a very interesting and magical energy, but it also speaks about illusions, about what lingers under the surface. So focus on the core reason why you're angry and look at it straight in its face. Don't ignore it. Don't be afraid. Hekate says with this card that you should face your fears and explore those uncharted territories within yourself, because the biggest fear in humanity is the fear of the unknown, because maybe it's not safe. And Hekate is saying explore that, explore what lies beneath your anger. It's very important. The next card is going to speak about something that will help and something that we should embrace. 9 of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards in the tarot. So you should embrace being self-sufficient and not overly relying on other people and society. So Hekate is saying that you should start thinking about where in your life you are reliant on others, and how can you make yourself more independent and self-sufficient, especially when it comes to money and material possessions, when it comes to taking care of yourself, your body, where you live, your living situation, your health, the food that you consume. Start paying attention to those things. They are very important. The next card is going to speak about something to avoid, something that may hinder you. And in the context of being angry, the King of Wands, makes so much sense. The King of Wands has a light and a shadow side, just as all of the other cards. But when he is in shadow, he tends to be very dominant. He can suppress others. He thinks that he is the only one that's right. He is the only one that's angry. He is misunderstood by others. He turns his hurt and his anger into a instead of healing it, instead of understanding those emotions and trying to do better and communicate them in a better, healthier way, when he is in shadow, he uses his anger as fuel to hurt other people and to dominate other people. So you should really avoid that, especially if you have a lot of anger and a lot of wrath inside of you. Focus on what lies beneath that anger. Focus on how you can healthy communicate it with your family, your friends, your therapist, and avoid becoming this person that uses their anger, their emotions to dominate others and to hurt other people. The next card is going to speak about the root of this whole experience and why the anger. And I feel that this reading started a bit more generic, speaking to the collective as a whole, but as we are progressing through the cards, I feel that this reading speaks to somebody on a individual level. And I'm saying this because of this card. So the root of this whole experience lies within the Six of Cups. And what is the Six of Cups? It speaks about nostalgia, about the past, about our childhood, about unprocessed and unhealed emotional wounding from when we were little. And this is the root of your anger. I'm speaking to you right now, the individual that this reading is for. What made you so angry? Who hurt you when you were little? And think about how can you rebalance the scales and heal yourself. Take responsibility for your healing journey. You are not one to blame for the hurt, but you have the responsibility to get up and heal yourself. The last card is what you need to learn from this. Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a very, very bright and bubbly energy. He's very heart-centered. He's very in touch with his emotions, his imagination, his feelings. He's very creative. So you need to learn how to speak to your inner child, how to manage their emotions. And what this tells me is that maybe you will benefit from going through the process of reparenting yourself. Become your own parent and nurture and soothe the inner child within you. This is what you need to learn from this experience, from your anger. Of course, your reason to be angry is valid, but how you move through this anger, through this emotion, you have responsibility for that, and you have the responsibility to resolve it within yourself instead of projecting it onto other people that don't deserve it. Okay. I think that that's everything that Hekate wanted to say in regards to this reading. I hope it was helpful and enlightening to whoever it was for. Of course, we as a collective can also take note of the message here, but like I said, truly feel that it was speaking to somebody directly. Yeah, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You learned something new about yourself. I don't know. And yeah, I'm Elisa. You're watching the Art Occultist. Once again, thank you so much for being here and for your support. I would deeply appreciate it if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel so that this community can grow and so that Hekate can reach more people. And yeah, another thing, if you want to work with me, you can do so by purchasing a personal tarot reading, joining the Art Occultist membership space, and by purchasing one of my tarot and oracle decks on makeplayingcards.com. All of your support will be deeply and fully appreciated. I couldn't be able to do that full time if it wasn't for you guys. So yeah, if you want to work with me, if you're curious, please check my stuff. All of the links are going to be in the description box as per usual, or you can find them under the bio in the when you open the YouTube channel page or whatever. So yeah, thank you. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you.